Hi, everyone, and welcome to another great session. We are here with Susana today, Project Director at NUI You. So the topic of today's session is video and personal branding. Before we start, I would like to say a big thank you for joining us here today with us, and um, also to everyone. First, Susana, how are you feeling and how are you doing today?
Very excited. I watched some of the conferences so far, and you had a great panel of speakers so far. So I just hope I can fill in those shoes as well. The expectations are high.
Sure. We are pleased to have you here today.
Thank
And
you.
to everyone, first, I would like to give a little bit of introduction about her. So I would like to introduce Susanna, who has an eye for the story and for what makes the viewer tick. She's an experienced media producer and has established herself as an accomplished film festival director for the past decade. She's going to talk about a very interesting topic, one that maybe will be especially impactful for younger audiences, video and personal branding. So would you like to start now?
Very good. Thank you so much for that introduction. That's really kind of you. Actually, because the theme today is on personal branding and video, I have also a video about a little bit of my journey so far. So I will start sharing my presentation. Let me go to the right settings. Hello. Let me see if yes, now you can see my screen and I will start with my presentation. Can you see my slides? Can you see my slides? Yes, I think you can see my slides. Okay, then I will continue. I will continue right now with personal branding and video. Wow, what a great topic, right? So nowadays, video is more present than ever, and there's been so many platforms that have allowed us to shine. And I'm going through some of it as well, but also what do we need to think when we think of video and creating a video to enhance our brand, our personal brand, or the brand of our business. So I started by creating, including here in this presentation, a video that I would like to share with you. This video is already 2 years old. It was done for a very specific purpose, but then because I sort of liked how it came out, I thought, let me cut that final, that which had an indication of what the video was made for, and let me then share this video. So let me go through that, and I called it first vlog. This was my first video on YouTube. I haven't uploaded any videos on YouTube recently, but I would like to share this 2 minutes video with you, and then maybe this could be a good case study for the topic that we are building here today. So let's go. That's the video. That's the video. And as I said, I think nowadays I would do it completely different. But I think also that this is a good example of how we can put ourselves out there through video. Am I comfortable to watch this or even to share this with you? No, not at all. I'm not comfortable. I think it's sort of an invasion of my privacy, and I have never been one to share too much. I gave up Facebook, for instance, 8 years ago, had to come back recently. I didn't know what to do. So, but I think this can translate somehow what we are about to discuss today. And some of the things that I would like to enhance from this video. One of them was that this is really a window into my life. And I think that although we will always think that our lives are boring, well, some are more boring than others. Mine is certainly very boring as I think so. For the others, this is not the case. It's not always the case. So it's a good exercise to look at ourselves and understand what is there that I could enhance to bring a window into my life, to bring this taste of the professional I am, the person I am, the personality I have. Because ultimately, when we are trying to find a job, these are the things that matter. We can think of the future and we think AI will replace us in most of the tasks, but never the creativity. This is so unique to us. So having this window into our lives, this is quite interesting from a personal branding and video point of view. Boy, was there energy in this video. I'm listening to this video nowadays, and I think it has too much energy. Do I speak like that? Yes, probably I do. But I still think there's slightly too much energy in this video. Probably also it didn't help the fact that I cut all the breaths in between the sentences. So it was really cut because I wanted to say so much in that short period of time. Maybe that's not a good strategy. Maybe we can shorten it a bit, but having a little bit more rhythm and articulate the words with more fluency. But energy, bringing that energy on to the virtual stage, bringing that energy to your videos, that is key and crucial. And this is also one aspect that we need to remember ourselves. Videos nowadays, they don't have to be solely informative. They do have to bring these components of entertainment. They have to be entertaining, because if they're not, swipe up, swipe down, swipe, and you're not there anymore. You lost your viewer. If it's not entertaining, if you're not bringing that taste, that personality, that surprising factor, you're not keeping your viewer engaged. And I believe that these two aspects are key to remember when we are making videos. Videos have to be informative on one hand, but yes, please bring and think, how can I make my videos entertaining as well? Of course, somehow, if we're talking about personal branding and if we're talking about putting ourselves out there in the job market or trying to get a promotion or trying to launch a business and really talking about that business, you have to talk about your accomplishments. You have to dig deep inside of you and think, have I made a difference? What is my legacy? What am I here? What is my purpose? And ultimately, what is that one thing that I'm creating that no one else has created? Am I comfortable to talk about my festivals? Probably not. But the fact that I created those festivals from scratch, this is that one aspect that will be part of my legacy. So these accomplishments, they do have to be there. And this is so important. If I had to sum up this entire presentation or this entire topic into one word, this would be the word that you just saw falling: originality. Be original, be unique, do something that no one has done before. Because if you're going to be as everybody else, then what's the point? You're not making a difference. No one will notice you. So you have to be original. You really have to think out loud, and to bring that originality, that aspect of difference, and that has to be so important in the production that you are creating. So as a videographer myself, I'm also, when I created this video, there were some aspects that I thought they were very important. Some of them were, I had to show my technical ability. So there's stop motion there. There's time lapses. There are masks when you see the wave at the end. There's an animation, but you see the wave at the end, and there's another layer that comes. So all that aspect is key, is the technical aspects, that the technical components to my job, they had to be in the video. They had to be obvious, because if I was going as a videographer myself, as a filmmaker myself, if I was going to make something simple, then I wouldn't be giving or passing the message that I wanted to pass. So this originality is important, and I think that we have to make a difference. And this is the last keyword that I will highlight for this first part of the presentation, which was my video and the case study. Like I said, would I do it differently now? Yes, I would. This video is 2.5 years old, but I did bring that emotional aspect. I even published a photo of when I was a baby. This is completely surprising. So anyone who's watching this suddenly, all of a sudden, is faced with a picture of me as a baby, with a picture of me with my moped, my scooter, and in the radio station, which was my first job. So all these elements of my story, they trigger an emotion. They still trigger an emotion to me, because I'm looking at that and I'm having flashbacks. I'm thinking, wow, that was cool. That was cool. When I'm on stage with all those filmmakers, accomplished filmmakers, that was cool to me as well. I want to bring that emotion, and I want my viewer to be engaged with what for me is relevant and what for me triggers my own emotions. This year was very particular, and because LinkedIn is such a key social network for all of us in the job market, I wanted to bring this story. And I don't know if you can see very well, but there is a little video here. I will translate it. But in April 2021, there was something coming new for LinkedIn, which was LinkedIn cover story. People took notice, and I got a message. Oops, sorry. And the message is, it doesn't work. I wonder why. Well, in that case, I will just pass to this one. None of them are working, the videos. Interesting. Well, LinkedIn cover story. What I was about to show you was a video made by them highlighting the key features. If there was a poll, I didn't have the chance to create that poll before, but if you could comment, if any of you has already taken advantage of this feature. Basically, what you can do is activate a 30-second video, or under 30 seconds, I should say, on your profile picture. You click on your profile picture, you have the chance to upload a story or a video, a short video, vertical. And vertical videos is definitely something that is on trend at the moment. And the advantages of these LinkedIn cover story is to introduce yourself, to highlight your strengths, to share your expertise, to describe your passion. So right there on that social network that most of us use, you can and you should, and after this, I hope you will be storyboarding for creating this video, because this is something that you can grab your phone and just talk to your phone and express yourself. So LinkedIn cover story is something that we need to take advantage of. And of course, in 2021, some of the most important video platforms that we have are undoubtedly TikTok and Reels. And there are some strengths, and I'm sure all of you are doing this already, but if you're not, pay attention, because vertical video is definitely something that is very user-friendly. I think at the beginning it wasn't. We were all thinking, I don't know if I like it, because I want to see everything. Yes, but now we do want it. We do like it. And in these TikTok and Reels, some of the things that are the strength of these videos is that all videos are 30 seconds or less. They're not, they can be longer, but the most effective ones are 30 seconds or less. Do you agree with me that no one has the patience anymore to watch a 2, 3, 4 minutes video? And if you do, then you go to other platforms such as YouTube, for instance. There you can have something more in depth. But in these platforms, and as a matter of fact, everyone is into these 30 seconds or less video. And then the one aspect that can make one video viral is by using the right audio tracks. You know this, right? I just want to reinforce this because this is a keynote about personal branding and video. So do go on the most trending audio tracks, use them, reuse them. You probably know how to do that. And make yourself visible, show yourself, show your life, do something surprising, do something completely different. So many of us are watching now nurses getting together for a TikTok dance. This was never something before. And nowadays we are very engaged with these type of videos. They have to be fun, they have to be surprising. And obviously search continues to be the main topic. Make yourself searchable. Learn, make, repeat. This is a sentence of one YouTuber I like very much. Who is Matti Apoja. I don't know if some of you know him. He's a Finnish young man living in Canada, in Toronto. Learn, make, repeat. This is the motto, and I think that's a good one for us. Speaking of YouTube, YouTube never old. Right? For me personally, my absolutely favorite platform. I follow so many creators on YouTube. This never existed 5 years ago, definitely not. So many creators out there doing crazy and interesting things. Like lately, I've been watching this creator called Jesus Enrique Rosas. I think he's from Spain. And he calls himself the body language guy, and he trademarked that brand, the body language guy. And he makes videos about looking at the signs, the different body language tics, the different gestures, and really interpret them. One example of a fun type of content, not for everyone. I personally find it very interesting. Now, this is a big topic on YouTube, everything that has to do with finances. This is one of the creators I follow as well. Her name is Shelby Church, a creator from Seattle. And then going back and forth in other cities like LA, Palm Springs, New York. She has found success in making videos about how to make money online. And so she has over 1 million subscribers, and some of her videos are quite informative as well. And you can learn so much about all these different platforms like Medium, for example. The way she described Medium and how she is able to monetize on Medium, this was really informative and quite useful. So another creator that I like, but there's so many creators that are becoming big stars, like for example, Peter Mckinnon. I don't know if some of you know him, very specific to the field of photography and videography. He became a YouTube star. What is key? Is it because his photos are so amazing? And yeah, they are all right. Actually, he started with tutorials, and tutorials are a great way to attract and build community on YouTube. But very rapidly, he went from making those tutorials to really making vlogs on a day-to-day on his on his day-to-day as a professional videographer, photographer, etc. And his personality, the way he shines on camera, the way he's so comfortable on camera, and I think that is more than half of what made him a YouTube star. And just one last example, which is people are taking this so seriously, and that they are altering their home spaces. And Parker Wahlbeck is also one of the videographers I follow. This was a picture I took from his Instagram account, where he shows the before and after. Look how professional they have become with creating content, producing high quality videos. So YouTube never old. There's all kinds of creators on YouTube generating searchable content, and that's key to actually grow the community, because if you are only starting with vlogs, this will not get anywhere, because no one knows you unless you are a personality on any sort of medium. Then by default you will have a community already, but otherwise you have to start with searchable content. What is it that people are looking for? And funny to share one of the tips that Shelby Church, that lady that I just showed earlier, she says that when she's uninspired, and her channel is all about tech and lifestyle, and when she's uninspired and she doesn't know what to create anymore, she goes on Google and she types how to, the first 3 lines that show, and she sees what is more on trend. That's the video, the topic that she's going to make. It's quite interesting to see one of the tricks that these most accomplished YouTubers use. So searchable content, consistency in format. It's very common to see these creators having the same way of beginning, the same way of ending, and these are little details, but they're funny. They're catchy, and they create a sense of relationship with the viewer. Am I talking too much and too long?
No, it's fine. I'll fine.
Okay, I promise not to be too long. YouTube, but not only, really is a way there is a way to monetize, so we should look at that. I have to see how far I am in my oh yes, I am very far. I need to go a bit quicker. Then I will go quicker now. So audience is key. Think of your purpose. What is it that you want to communicate? Think out loud. Start creating your story. Talking out loud is definitely a way to create content. But what is the story that you want to convey? Just like my video with the revolution in Portugal, the same year I was born. And if you want to know which one it is, then you have to go and Google which year was the revolution. So really creating that story, it has to be relatable. And this is one aspect that I want to tell you as well. Nobody wants perfection. Nobody cares. And it's those videos that everyone can make that are more interesting, because people are paying attention, because they know they can make that type of video. Then choose your channel. And video is the future. I don't know if I have time just to show a very quickly video. Just I will pause it. I will look. I pause and look. If you go and look for some interesting examples of cameras, like a 360 camera, look at that. You can really create an immersive environment for your video, and I think that's quite cool. I don't know if I have more time. I don't think so, so I'll stop now. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. Now it's time for Q&A. So please, everyone, if you have a question, feel free to ask. And we'll put your questions on the stage. Do we have questions now?
I think there's a question here. Which
yes.
type of personal branding will help in 2022?
Correct.
Yes, exactly. That's the type of brand of question. You know, personal branding, I think that the source or the reason what I was presenting in my keynote is not so much about what is the right formula for personal branding. It's more like search within yourself and find that those elements that you think are relatable, and be original, be unique, be yourself, because I think that's what the world lacks. We lack that originality, and we want more of that.
True. Yeah, thank you so much. There's another question which I would like to read it for you. What tips and tricks would you like to share for all our female attendees today to enhance her career in tech industry?
Well, that's what I started by saying. If you have a profile on LinkedIn, and you should, then start by doing this. Be consistent with your content. Show yourself out there. Start with the cover story. Have a little video, and engage with content that is relevant to the brand that you want to promote of yourself. What is my brand? I am creative. I love everything, topics related to gender equality, for instance. This is very interesting for me. I love innovation. So everything I get involved with and everything I like and I comment are in those topics. So I try to be consistent with that as well, because anything we like, share, etc., are building towards our brand. So people are paying attention ultimately.
True, very true. We have one more question. What are the risks or disadvantages of adding a cover video story to a link?
Honestly, I see no disadvantages. You can share what you want, what you like. You don't even need to show your face if you don't want to. Show us something original, something different, something unique. And when I say this, I'm not saying show us something funny. It's not, if you want to be funny, if your brand is about being easygoing and lifestyle and quality of life, yeah, why not? But if your brand is more about being a perfectionist and delivering on time, etc., show us those elements that have to do with you, with who you are. But most importantly, and it's a big word that I used earlier on and I want to use it again, build your legacy. Legacy. When we are gone, what is it that people will remind us for? What is it? Was it for our energy? Was it for the quality of our work? Was it for the projects that we have initiated? That's the legacy that we are building.
True, very true. Well, thank you so much. With this, we have to unfortunately end the session since we are running out of the time. But a big, big thank you to you for taking your time off and join us here today and just share these wonderful tips and tricks with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I hope it was helpful for everyone. And find me on LinkedIn. I'm Susana Metzger. And share your comments with me. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. And we will see us again soon. Thank you, everyone. And thanks. Bye-bye.